Welcome to Virtual Hour, episode 2. We have a new guest this time, guys. This is Tommy.
How you guys doing?
Oh, he's great. All right.
Thank you.
And who are you?
I am Nick.
I'm Tony.
Gnud.
Drew.
Tommy.
Ryan.
And I'm fancy.
I don't think they knew you were What he said? He said he's fancy, and you already know.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
right.
And that's Tommy.
Yeah,
that's
my name's
Tommy.
That's Tommy?
Well, I'm not Tommy. Wait, who are you, Tommy?
I'm Gnud.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
He still had his sleeves up.
Oh, that's a
Farmer's.
yeah. Oh, I like that. It really got me going.
All right, I think we should start it off by talking about our favorite games.
Our favorite games of all time.
Should we just
See,
go
this is
around
such a
one by one?
I think we should just go around.
Yeah.
All right. I like this topic. Nick, start with Nick.
All right, I'm gonna start. My favorite video game of all time is Portal 2. You know, I hate to be a Valve fanboy, but I mean, I honestly believe that it's revolutionary in every way. It's everything that I've ever wanted in a video game. I mean, I like puzzles in general, not just in video games, but I like using my brain that way. And it's really cool to see a game that can make use of the puzzles in a creative way that's not just you grinding through puzzles. Like, it actually puts a story with it, and it puts a lot of black humor. It has great, fast-paced voice acting. Yeah.
Tyler Perry's for Portal 2.
Portal 2.
No, it's great though. It's great. It's hilarious and it's hilarious and it's challenging. And I've played through it twice, and I'll probably play through it a third time. So
Yeah.
Wait, you play Medea?
You play Medea?
Is it on TBS?
Atlas Peabody.
No, you're fine. I was done anyways.
Yeah.
Kevin
All right,
let's move on to Tony.
See, I don't necessarily have a definitive one favorite
have to
game
talk
of
about one.
all time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta have a couple.
Did one job, dude.
I guess okay. I'll talk about my oldest favorite game and my newest favorite game. My oldest favorite game is by far Super Metroid. I've played through it I think 3 or 4 times now. It's fantastic, and it was revolutionary.
How was the resolution then?
right. No, I mean that game actually graphically that game still holds up. It looks like it almost looks like an indie game would today.
Okay.
It's I don't know.
So
It's beautiful.
So 8-bit.
No, it's not 8-bit.
8-bit
It's
side
That's what
scroller
in the game.
No, we were
It's a
making fun of
16-bit.
that last episode.
Yeah.
16-bit.
No, I don't know. Super Metroid. The narrative is actually fantastic, even though it's told so minimalistically. I don't know. That's one of my favorite games. My newest favorite game is The Last of Us. That will definitely be on my list for years to come.
Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic game.
Haven't played yet.
And then some of my other favorite games, I guess Wind Waker. Wind Waker is absolutely fantastic.
Playing
I
through
played
that now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
started it. I gotta get through the others first.
Yeah, I played through it 4 times.
What I really liked about Last of Us was the crafting system.
Yeah,
They
I
did
liked
it well.
it a lot.
They did it well.
Not as good as Minecraft.
right, for sure.
Has the word craft in the title.
Yeah,
Can't beat it.
Can't beat
right.
it.
Yeah.
Mother 3 is actually one of my favorite games of all time. I
What
played
is this?
through it twice.
You had to go through hell to play that
I
game.
did,
Why don't
because
talk
you have to-
about
It's
that.
like
Okay.
Lucas and Ness are from, Yeah. right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's essentially Earthbound 3.
That's called
It was
Mother.
only released it's called Mother 3. It was only
He
released
had
in
to break
Japan
his
though.
balls
So
to play this
I
game.
did. Okay, so first you have to download the patch, and 8th grade me did not know how to patch something, so I had to watch all these terrible YouTube videos on how to patch it.
This is how to patch Mother 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And fucking like Sum 41 is playing in the back.
Like, they didn't put the audio into it.
Right.
It's actually just like on in their room.
And they bring up Notepad. They type like, "This is misspelling." Go
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Tutorials on YouTube with Notepad are just the worst.
It was terrible.
Because they don't want you to hear their voice.
It's like,
Anyway,
God.
once I finally got the game going, I made it to almost the end, and then, I don't know, I didn't know how to use emulators back then, and you have to emulate the game to play it, because you have to download the patch, like I said. It's only released in Japan, and I made it almost to the end, and the game, I don't know, I did something wrong, and it deleted my data, so I had to, I loved the game so much, and I had to know how it ended. I had to know how it ended, so I just immediately grinded through the game again, and it was fantastic.
And you did? You got through it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the ending is
I don't know what
absolutely
happened the first
fantastic.
No, actually, the same thing happened. That's how the game ends.
Touch the ROM, like just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just deletes your
No,
file
it's
at the end of the
fantastic.
game.
What
If
was
you're-
the original system?
GBA.
Okay.
The first one was released on NES. The second one was released on Super Nintendo, and then third one.
Why'd they go to mobile?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's kinda
Don't ask
super
me.
weird.
Yeah.
All right, Sam,
what's
you're
yours,
up, man.
All right, I think my favorite game of all time is gonna have to be Counter-Strike Source. It's really the game that got me into gaming, really, on the PC. It's the first game I owned on Steam. I have close to like 1,000 hours in it.
Jesus.
There's just so many. One of my favorite shooters, even today, still. And there's so many different game modes in it. You can just do so much. And I met so many like good people. Some people I'm still friends with, like 8 years later. I just met on that game. So.
Did you meet Devil on there?
Yeah.
Oh, I think
I did meet Devil. No, I met him on that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's my favorite game.
Yeah, that's cool.
Doubles.
I have too big of a list, so I need to trim it down. I'll read it out.
You can,
I'm not
read it out and talk about the ones you
We
want
all
to talk
had
about.
multiple games.
Yeah.
I didn't even scratch the surface.
I do have more games than one. I just didn't talk
My
about
favorite games, I have this list is Halo Reach. Sorry, I'm a busta and didn't choose 1, 2, or 3. But I did play all those and I liked them a lot. But me and Zach, who might be in this podcast at some
He'll
point,
show up.
Probably so.
Yeah.
Halo Reach for days.
What about Halo Wars?
my boss had like 200 hours on Halo Wars. He said it was his favorite Halo
Isn't
game.
that basically like
It's an RTS. It's not like
real-time
Risk.
strategy.
It's like
I know,
it's like
but I mean,
StarCraft 2 or like an RTS if you.
I was comparing it to board games.
The bad part about it though is
Probably
there's
closer to a Risk.
Yeah.
there's a terribly small units limit. Like the fun part about a lot of RTS games is just like
Getting a huge
building
army.
a huge ass army and destroying. But you can. I think the Covenant had like this huge ass ship you could get, and then you could have like one more unit, and it's like sweet. Thanks.
Oh wow.
And then the next on the list is Max Payne 3.
I was gonna get that on the Steam sale.
You
I
should.
should've.
It's
because
definitely
it's
worth
awesome.
Yeah.
I'll wait until
The
the winter
guns
sale.
It's so
Playing it,
fun.
so
The
good.
gun that's the best gunplay I've ever had
Yeah,
in any
agreed.
game. And it's such a
It
great
plays so
PC
well.
port. You don't think so?
What game do you think is better?
I think The Last of Us, but I'll wait till my
You
favorite
haven't
game.
played it, so I guess you
Yeah,
can't
I haven't
compare
played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you playing through it
Your
right
list
now?
might change.
What?
Though.
Aren't you playing through it right now?
This is my second time playing
Okay.
through Max Payne 3.
Okay.
I think when it came out, I think I was too young to really get it, but I liked it back then, like when it came out. But like now that I'm older,
I bought it on the Steam sale.
I
and
get
yet
the
to play
story.
it. So
It's awesome.
Like I
The
said, that might be
cinematography
my
is
number
phenomenal.
one game. So.
wow. See, that surprises me because that's not one you see at the top people's lists all the time.
No,
Yeah.
the gunplay. I played through that game probably 3 times,
Wow.
and I played the first and second as well. So.
Oh,
Wait
okay.
till the
See,
winter sale,
yeah.
probably.
Do you think you have to play through the first and second?
I never
no,
did.
no, but
I
it's more of a
joined 3.
nostalgia thing for me.
Okay.
Like I love those games. So.
I will agree though that it's, for me personally, it's probably the second best. The whole game, like you just do the same thing. Like it's just gunplay, but it's just so like awesome.
It's awesome.
and satisfying. Like
And I think they tell a good story.
Oh,
Stories. People always
Yeah. I
complain
loved
about
it.
how many cinematics are in it, but I enjoy it.
And I love Max Payne's dialogue. He has a great.
Voice actor.
Yeah, who is his voice actor? I was gonna ask.
Marky Mark.
I don't know.
No, he has, and both 1, 2, and 3, he has like this monologue over the game. Like he narrates it.
Oh, okay.
and
It's like
his
so
inner
satisfying.
thought.
He's
It's
telling
so
the story
pessimistic
from-
and
Okay.
noir. Love it.
Okay.
And then I have Skyrim on there. Expands to more of the Elder Scrolls series. That kind of really got me into gaming.
Right.
I remember my older brother had Morrowind, and we played the hell out of Morrowind. And
Wow.
Elder Scrolls series,
Yeah.
my dude. Arkham City's up there.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Fantastic game.
what's that?
I'm so hyped for Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
DayZ. We played a ton of DayZ.
Yeah, already. Like we already have.
I
like,
still-
100 plus
get it.
hours.
Yeah.
It seemed
I
like
wound
it
up
wouldn't
not getting it.
really be my dude.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard game to get into.
That's-
I think you have to play with
that's what-
friends for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would play with friends if I got into it.
We definitely need to pick it back up. What was the update?
I don't
They've
know.
updated a lot of stuff. I mean,
It
they've
was a
added
decent
the
size
hunting. They've added grenades
Hunting's my
now into it.
dude.
There's a bunch of other stuff. I'll link you something.
Mario Kart 7.
Mario Kart 7.
I chose 7. I haven't played enough 8. So
Okay. Yeah.
it could be 8. I just got my Wii U and I just got 8. So
Yeah.
just Mario Kart in general, and I had to choose one, and that's the one I have the most hours in. So
I think 8's better.
yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't decided yet.
Right.
So and then Super Mario 64.
Oh,
Wow, that's a
fantastic.
classic.
Fantastic.
Another game that gets you into gaming.
Oh,
I
yes.
remember
Yeah.
I had it like my brother's in 64 like up in my bedroom and fucking powered through that game.
It's
So-
long.
Have you played Galaxy?
Yes.
I
haven't played it, though.
Do you think Galaxy's better?
Like I said, I played it when I was like whenever it first came out, and I was like in middle school.
Right.
And I was like, dude, Mario games are freaking gay, man.
Right.
Like in the sense of like they're so childish. Like,
Right.
why do I want to play this?
You
But-
had the hardcore gamer mentality.
yeah,
All right,
and then you come back to it now, and it's just like they're so cool.
yeah,
and they're so
I
colorful
redefined
and
the
fun.
platforming genre.
Yeah,
for,
middle
again,
school,
definitely.
Yeah.
Middle school me
No one
was
can
a
really do
douche.
original games like that.
Yeah.
You know what
No
I mean?
way. Yeah. Middle school douche.
Mhm.
Not even
Yeah.
me, just like
I
middle
personally-
That's what they
school
called them.
douche.
They called them middle school dudes.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that what the teachers called you?
And then Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance.
Wow.
I don't know. what
Yeah.
that
I've
is.
never even heard of that.
Can you
Does
please-
that make me a terrible
Yeah,
person?
someone
Enlighten us, Drew.
It's an action RPG game, and do you know about it at all?
I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's not. It wasn't like a huge game. I mean, it has good scores. It's like 90 out of 100 or something. But me and my brother played it co-op, and he owned it. It's a PS2 game, and we played the hell out of it. Like on car rides, I remember always playing it. Whenever he'd come over, we'd always play it. I don't know.
Awesome.
That's just one of those like
Yeah.
nostalgia games for me. Like
Oh, we definitely have nostalgia games.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna kind of do what Tony did. I have a classic game that really started me in gaming, and I'll talk about a newer one. Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
That
awesome.
Nice.
my sister got a PS1 for her birthday or something, and
Your sister?
yeah,
They
let it go,
stole it.
let it go.
I think that's the first person I've ever heard of who actually owned a PS1. All the other PS1 games that I've heard of, I've just played on PS2.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
anyways,
we had a couple. We
Yeah.
got a PS1 too eventually.
really?
Well, yeah, Tommy was actually. I mean, like I was
Oh.
into gaming. Like I would play like NES at my grandma's house, and
That was the grandma.
like I had a Game Boy Color. Well, it was for the cousins, but
Yeah.
It's for the cousins.
it was for the cousins. But until I met Tommy in kindergarten, like he had a PS1, and I just remember going over there and we would play like
Yeah.
Jet Moto and
Jet Moto, Twisted Metal.
Jet
Yeah.
Moto.
But
Yeah.
we should
That
probably
was the
we
shit.
should probably me and Brennan are stepbrothers.
Yeah.
We should probably say that, but
We had
They,
sex.
they sleep in the same
we
room.
do that.
Right.
But back to Crash Bandicoot. It really, like Sam was saying, it got me into gaming, and it was one of my favorite platformers. It really loved it. Great game. I always go back to it even today.
Sweet.
And
You
then
played it today.
yeah, yeah. And then more newer, specifically Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of Patriots. But I love the whole series. That people complain about the game about
Is
how
that the title?
I literally didn't touch the controller for an hour and a half
Patriots.
due to a cutscene. But story's great. A little overwhelming for people who haven't played it.
I'm
but
going to start the series.
Yeah,
I'm
it-
going to start it at some
definitely worth
point.
it.
I don't want to start.
Excited
Yeah.
for Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
Uh,
Did you like Ground Zeroes?
Loved Ground Zeroes.
All right.
I mean, it's a demo to Phantom Pain basically.
Yeah. A lot of people just didn't like the ending, and I'm.
And wow, I loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It sets it up for Phantom
All right.
Pain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That's
just know
about
it was
it, though.
controversial. I don't know.
It was just very. I don't know. I definitely thought like he said like it was just a prequel to 5, but it's really like
It's a
like
demo.
Tommy said, it's a demo.
All right.
Like it's definitely missing.
There's
like,
a
How
retail-
long?
everything that's
How long?
outside.
It's a retail.
People did a
So-
speed run of the main mission, and they did it in 7 minutes.
Oh, wow.
It took me but this is people practicing and practicing.
Right.
And got it down to 7 minutes. It took me about hour and a half, 2 hours for the main mission. Then there's all these side ops.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Things
Still,
that can,
though.
Yeah, it's
Was
still
it
very
60
short.
bucks?
No, I paid 20
No, it's-
for it.
yeah.
20 or
But was
30.
it 60 bucks?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, they released it.
Yeah, $29.99.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense, and
Yeah.
that's no problem.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a $60 retail.
No, I would.
And they didn't
that would be
mention
worth
that it
my
was going
time.
to be like a demo. Like
Right.
they were just.
Hey, got you.
Got his ass.
But yeah, love those games. Go on, Ryan.
All right, my turn. Well, one of the first games that I put a lot of time into was James Bond Nightfire.
Thought you were
And
gonna say GoldenEye.
Yeah, I did too.
it was Nightfire for me because
Yeah.
my friend, I had a GameCube. That was like one of the first things I had, and then my friend from the neighborhood would come over like every day after school, and we'd play Nightfire for hours.
Yeah.
And I was,
Dude, it was
Does
awesome.
that certain
The
friend
snow
lift
map?
a lot now?
No.
Okay.
I remember a map where you're like in a greenhouse or something. Do you remember that?
What's that?
A map where you're like in a greenhouse. Do you
And
remember
Nightfire?
that? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Nightfire.
I
It
remember
might have
that in
been
the story
Agent Under
mission.
Fire.
And blazing it
Oh,
up.
okay.
I'm not sure which one
Okay.
I played. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what?
And
But,
blazing it up in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But and then that faithful day, December 25th, 2007, when I got an Xbox 360.
Dude, I remember that. I remember when you got it because I think your parents had it before or something, and you couldn't play it.
Well, no, yeah, they bought it and like showed me some games. That
And
they
they
got.
knew, you knew they had it, and they
that
made him wait for it.
sucks. Yeah.
I remember you talking about.
That's kind of how
Your parents
Christmas
got an
is.
Xbox just to play Madden.
Yeah.
Your dad got
His
one.
dad got an Xbox.
Our other friend, there's another Nick that you guys probably
May
see
or
in these
may not.
podcasts, and he really wanted an Xbox at the time, and we were all really good friends. We still are, obviously, but he saw that your parents got one just to play Madden,
Yep.
and he was pissed. He was so mad. It was the funniest thing ever.
I just remember how mad Ryan was. I remember it every morning.
That is really
The
scumbag,
icing on
though.
the cake for the hatred was that I went in the closet and I looked at the games that they got, and she got Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah.
No, but
I cry whenever you opened it.
I told her to go and get Halo 3.
Yeah.
Hey mom,
But,
I looked at my present.
Right. Yeah. What did she do?
I
Did you
won
get in
Halo
trouble?
3.
No.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Just a little bit.
But Modern Warfare 2. You guys are gonna yell at me for
That's
it,
your
but
favorite game of all time.
Well, it's just because no,
You
no,
said
no.
Nightfire already.
Well, that's
It's
more
just
of a
like one of them.
nostalgic
Just
game.
because I put
I didn't
so
say
many
mine,
hours into that game with
Yeah.
so many friends, and I laughed my ass off countless times
Yeah.
in that game, just playing around in private matches and stuff, quick scopes, stuff like that.
Yeah. Ryan was the Modern Warfare dude.
Yeah.
I remember.
But yeah, I mean that's really fun. And then a little newer is the Arkham games,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mainly
You're a Batman geek.
Asylum and City.
Now,
I still
Not so much.
do you guys like City better than Asylum?
I haven't
Oh,
played any
yeah.
of
I
them.
played City.
'Cause-
I haven't played the other two.
I liked being trapped in that asylum. I thought that was really cool. And
I
I
bought
think-
that in the Steam sale.
I like
That's
City.
the thing that makes me like City more is the fact that you can have
It's
the
open
open
world.
world. And
Yeah.
you
See,
can
but
interact
I
with
think
everything.
that kind of ruined Origins for me. For City, loved being out in the open, and I think it was closed enough that they had good events and they were able to control kind of what you did.
And
in
Night,
Origins,
Night looks awesome as well too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But in Origins, it was just a big clusterfuck. I don't know. I didn't, and I felt like
well, it was
and
the
it's
same
How
map.
come?
Nothing
No, no,
changed
no.
really. They
Oh,
added
it's
a
big.
little
They
part.
added big.
They added a little part.
no,
No, they
it's
definitely.
bigger.
It's like 150%
It's-
at least bigger.
It's
Really?
significantly bigger, but it feels unused. Also, the main developer, Rocksteady, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't do Origins,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
could tell the writing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I liked the story.
No.
Am I the only one?
Yeah,
No, I mean,
I thought it was
the
fine.
story is
It
just
was a-
like,
I thought
oh,
it was a really cool concept, like
I don't
having
think it was
all
as good as the
the
others.
guys hunt Batman. I
I
thought that
think
was
that's
interesting.
such the base story. I
No,
think it's
but
just
I-
like these
the
dudes
common-
want to kill Batman.
I
Yeah.
think
That's the
they
point.
could have done something really cool with it, but like the assassins that like they didn't even use all the assassins. Like some of the assassins were like side missions.
Yeah.
And like it
Yeah.
wasn't even like a real battle. And like they totally could have done something really cool with it,
The-
even if it was just like a general like not really that original story. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
Something about that game though, real quick, that kind of pissed me off was the guy with the shock gloves. I forget. his name.
Executioner?
And then
Once
get
you
him
got
down.
You don't
those,
fight him.
you're on-
You don't fight him at
Yeah.
all though.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
punch him once and he's down, but then he like comes back later.
Yeah, but then
no
you have the
spoilers, but-
gloves,
Yeah,
and you
you're-
can wreck face.
You're unstoppable.
Yeah, okay, that was really cool. Whenever you first get those, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt like OP.
It
is
is
OP.
It's the
It
most
kinda
OP
ruins the
thing.
game.
It does.
Yeah.
See, the common
Well-
complaint I've heard about that game is that the boss battles are terrible.
No, whoa.
Arkham City,
No.
I loved the boss
No,
battles.
I like the
Deathstroke.
boss.
I like the
battles
boss
more.
battles.
Most
Deathstroke,
See,
yeah.
Deathstroke was the main complaint I read about.
thought
Everyone,
that
everyone
that
says
was
it's a giant
cool.
quick time event.
No,
It
it's
is
a giant
Deathstroke,
quick
It was so
is,
cool.
but
It's
Deathstroke
cool, but
is,
it's
like,
not
I
good.
think it's. I mean, the boss battles in the game, like I think they're really like okay, but Deathstroke is like it's the top.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of
Okay.
the best boss battles.
Wow. Quick,
Because it's difficult.
quick aside, real here, is Deathstroke like the same character like Slade from Teen Titans?
Yeah.
I was never
I
into
would
Teen
assume
Titans.
so.
I would
You know what I'm
assume
talking
so.
about?
I believe
think
so.
it's the
I know
same
exactly
Right.
what you're talking
Same
about.
like stick.
I would
weapon.
assume so.
I believe so.
so.
I'm gonna.
Because it is
stick one out.
Slade. It is Slade, I believe.
I think
And
so.
Slade
No,
from
I
Teen
think it
Titans.
is. I think it is.
All right.
It's the
yeah.
exact same mask.
But
Let's
then,
say yes.
but
Billy,
then,
your head's pretty sick right now, by the way.
but then Sanic Ball. It's,
Oh my god.
Before we move on to Biller, I'd like to mention that Ryan and I share a deep love for SpongeBob Battle for Bikini
True.
Bottom.
That game is amazing.
It was
I
my
went
favorite
back
game
so
so
much.
much.
Wait,
It's so much
much
game
fun.
like a year ago.
My little
So
brother
much fun.
picked it up at V Stock.
Good licensed game.
Not
Very,
even.
very
See,
good
I
licensed
had the
game.
PC version as a kid.
it's not the same.
Exactly,
It's
and
not
it
the
wasn't the
same
same
game.
game at all. It was all mini games. It was
The
like
console versions are all
Right,
the
it
same.
was all
but
like-
the PC one isn't.
is
So,
it a
I've never
platformer?
PC one.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm missing
It's
out.
a
The PC
collectathon slash platform.
Gotcha.
Like it's
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
And
It's
everything,
really fun.
it feels like you're in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
It's like, woo!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so that-
freaking
well,
SpongeBob right now,
Unlocking all the
man.
new areas in that game was so.
It's so much fun. Although I
Yeah.
thought they're like, yeah, you can get in the movie theater once you get 75 golden spatulas, and it's just a bunch of fucking concept art. I'm so pissed. I thought it was gonna be a new
As a
world.
kid,
Right.
yeah. No, but they have like slides and stuff like
Yeah.
Mario. And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so fun.
Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna
It's-
talk about my nostalgia game after Biller goes.
All right.
Yeah.
We already know.
His phone.
I already know
Well, that's
what
it's
he's
all
gonna
the
say.
same one.
You know, I know
I
what
want to
he's
go
gonna
over
say.
like nostalgic games too and stuff that got me into gaming, but obviously just like to get it out of the way, like what Tony said, The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like whenever I grow up, like it's gonna be that game that I look back on and be like, when I was in high
Just finish
school,
that.
like this is the best game. Like
I never got to.
it's
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
play
be
it
that.
whenever,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be that.
They haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I know.
So
Well,
no,
when
no
the PS4
spoilers, no
comes
spoilers.
out.
I
Yeah.
played it a little bit and I just gave
How
up.
could you give up?
I'm
Well,
not-
because I never got to the crafting part, and you said that was
Tony,
really
it
good.
took
so
me a
maybe
while.
I should give it.
It took me a little while. I thought it was frustrating at
Oh, I
first
was
to begin with.
after the
It was
intro.
before you did
after
too
the
much.
The
intro.
intro. The intro hypes you up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Oh,
talk about
yeah.
it, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
just.
I managed to avoid spoilers.
I
for this
teared
one.
up
Yeah.
during the intro. I thought it was.
Who
the-
didn't?
like,
Who
the
didn't?
saddest
I
I
think
did,
it's
thing
one
yeah.
of the most
Oh,
emotional.
Dude,
It is the
Games.
only
games.
video game that's
I-
ever made me tear up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it just challenges like what games do. Like, I mean, it's really gory.
Very
Yeah.
cinematic.
It's very cinematic.
Very cinematic.
Like normal games, like if GTA was as gory as that game, it would be fucking plastered all over the news. Like,
Yep.
because it's.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's
it's
just like a.
GTA. Yeah, Last of Us isn't as well. known.
Right.
Yeah,
We talked about
but,
this last
well,
time. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I just. It's
Also, I
awesome.
have a question. How do you feel about the definitive version running at 60 FPS? A lot
it's
Oh,
fucking
I'm
amazing.
so hyped,
Okay,
man.
thank you. A lot of people
Yeah.
are bitching about the fact that it's not going to look as cinematic.
The cutscenes are going to
Shut
look
up.
great.
Wait,
what?
Shut up about cinematic.
Exactly. It's
That's so stupid.
Exactly.
So wait, what's the argument right here?
Well, I
Some
think movies
people-
are 30 FPS, aren't they?
They are, but it's,
they're not shot at 30 FPS.
Yeah.
I was reading about it today. I don't remember.
I think it's like 31.
No.
But they're showing 30 FPS.
Right. They're showing at
Yes.
24 FPS.
24.
But the problem with, like, people act like if you're moving to 60 FPS gaming that it's not cinematic anymore.
Mhm.
Shut up.
Well, they said that with
These
movies,
people
too.
haven't played on PC yet.
Yes,
and when
exactly.
you play high FPS games on PC,
You're not
It's
going to go
just not
back.
the
it's
same.
it's
Yeah.
yeah. I went back today. I was telling them, and I plugged in my 360.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And
Yeah.
I plugged in my 360 because I wanted to play some Skate 3.
Right.
And I was playing it, and the frame rate was so jarring.
Yeah.
I said
Oh.
this in episode 1. I just finished Far Cry 3 last night. Frame rate fucking awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst frame rate.
Now-
ever.
We're being complete elitists right now.
No, but this is like Adam Sessler. Surprisingly,
the
I
game.
agree with most things that Adam Sessler says.
Yeah.
But on frame rate and resolution, he was both acting like they weren't that big a deal. And
Oh,
I think
no,
it's the
no.
biggest
If
deal.
They are.
Well,
It completely changes
I think it also depends because like whenever you play like a game.
If it's a graphically intense game. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it depends. So like playing PC, like I get it. Like I love like graphically, like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just fucking amazing. But like I used to play all my games on console, and like I never
Yeah.
noticed the difference. And even going back to like games on PS4 that may run at a lower FPS than some games on PC. I mean, there's very few.
Granted,
But-
I notice better. Like I don't know if this is what you're trying to say, but when it's under 30, I notice more.
Right.
When it's
Yes.
between 30 and 60,
less.
don't notice.
Right.
Well, whenever it's locked, usually they lock it, and whenever it's locked,
Correct.
usually like you don't notice anything. But,
But
like
when
in
it
Far Cry, like
changes.
there's times where it drops,
In
and
Far
you
Cry,
notice.
the way I noticed is that there's certain. They're not pre-rendered, but I would call them cuts. Well, nothing's pre-rendered in Far Cry 3. All the cutscenes are kind of in-game
They take place-
cutscenes.
okay.
Yeah.
But I noticed it when you activate radio towers, and it does a pan of the area that you
And you
unlock.
can see it skipping the pan.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, yeah,
That,
Oh,
that
I
happens
know.
in movies all the
when
time.
you're
though, too.
when you're in a little car or whatever size car, I don't know why I said little, and you're tumbling down a hill and you crash into a tree, it looks like your car's like skipping.
Yeah.
But Nick,
It is. I mean,
you notice that in movies though as well. I mean, when you do
Not
a
as
sweeping
much.
shot of a landscape, I always notice.
See,
it.
I movies I don't notice
yeah,
that
movies
much.
I can't notice.
Not as prominent as in Far Cry though. I bet it was terrible in Far
Did any
Cry,
of you
yeah.
guys see The Hobbit at 48 FPS?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
You
not.
did?
Yeah,
What'd you think of it?
I thought it looked good. I mean, I
Wait,
didn't.
what?
I
Did
didn't
you
mind
notice
it.
that it looked
They
like,
shot The Hobbit.
You could definitely tell a difference.
Yeah,
Really?
they
But
I
released
did
The
not
Hobbit
mind
at
it.
48 frames
See,
per
I
second.
refused to buy a 120 FPS TV until it becomes.
You mean 120 hertz?
I thought
Sorry,
you guys,
yeah,
I thought you guys
120
had
hertz.
one, Nick.
No, well, no. Until it becomes the only thing I can buy, I will not buy one because I refuse for my movies to look like a home movie.
You can turn off motion flow,
Really?
and it does help.
So
Okay,
what does
a
motion
lot.
flow do?
Motion flow makes video.
It makes it look weird.
It makes
I know
film,
it feels weird when
Yeah,
I'm
you
You
got
got
watching.
Sam's
it
Club
does.
and they're playing Toy
I know.
Story 3 on
Tanner,
their TVs.
Tanner has
It's
one in
weird.
his house.
It's
You
and
have
it
to you
feels
have to
odd.
turn off motion flow.
Okay.
So what does
Yeah.
motion flow actually do?
It tries to make everything. It's
Flow
essentially
better.
it's essentially VSync on a television,
Okay.
and it.
I mean, it seems
I'm
like a
not
good
sure-
idea.
Yeah, it makes film look like video.
Yeah,
It makes
it's weird.
real
I don't
film
like
look like digital video, and
it. I don't like it.
yeah.
I think we gotta let Biller finish. I think he had more too.
Yeah,
He only
I'm
said
sorry.
Last of Us.
I was just gonna
We're just
go
going off on
over.
tangents.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Like, oh man, like fucking Jack and Daxter 2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a
I
good
played
one.
the shit out of that game.
Played the hell out of.
I mean,
Jack
that all
Daxter,
comes
man.
from like Crash. Those same.
Like,
all
it's just
Naughty
games
Dog.
Yeah.
that like I played the fuck out of.
I
and
played 1,
loved.
2, and 3, and racing.
Yeah.
Racing, was that good? Was that worth
I
it?
didn't,
fun.
we didn't play
I played
racing,
the Crash
but do you
racing
remember
games.
Crash?
You guys, it's only a matter of time before Uncharted Racing comes out.
No.
No, don't even give me that.
because they both had
Yep,
racing.
exactly. All
I
their
have
trilogies.
never heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that'd be
Racing.
hysterical.
No, I was just saying, like, I love those games.
They love you.
And like there was Crash. We used to play Crash CTR Racing.
Oh, CTR Racing. That's my favorite racing game.
So how's the Crash racing?
Crash Racing is great. It's you can compare it to Mario Kart, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
You
that.
get the Peaches, Oompas. What are they?
I don't even.
But it's
Peaches, I
the
think.
it's like the coins in Mario basically.
I
And then there's the items, and if you have more Oompas, Peaches, whatever, you get more special items.
What
It's
are
cool.
Oompas those tiki looking things?
Oompas. What?
No, are they the
You mean the
tiki-looking
T?
thing? Yeah, yeah.
No.
See, I never dude. I was only a
It's-
Nintendo guy
that's-
up until this year.
Tikis
Yeah.
are Battle for Bikini Bottom.
That's that's like your in the main game. It's like your invincibility.
Oh, okay.
Like a star basically in Mario.
I would compare Jack and Dexter racing to like more like Twisted Metal.
Twisted
Really?
Metal. I could go on
See,
about
what
that.
is Twisted Metal?
Okay, so
Clue me in. Totally clueless
Twisted
on
Metal.
the
It's
game.
like
Except when you take
the-
the
it has this. It has this main guy. I don't know in all the games, but in the ones I played,
It's that
called
cloud-looking
Calypso.
Okay.
Yeah, restart the
And-
whole podcast.
what happened?
He
I
sneezed.
sneezed. We gotta restart.
Right.
Sneezed.
Yep.
But
Yep.
but and
Let's
he
do that
episode
one.
2.
he runs this tournament, and basically, if you go through this tournament and you win as whatever character or
Right.
car, whoever, you get one wish, and he can fulfill that wish.
Okay.
You wish for more wishes.
Right.
No,
You can
I've
be
not
that
seen
guy.
that. But and so it's just this death match, gory. I guess gory, but car destruction. There's blood in it.
No, there is.
Alright.
Well, the new one there is.
See, everybody's
blood.
You know, on I've seen lists. I'm trying to get all the exclusives, most of the must-have exclusives for the PS3, and everybody says that one. And I just,
Twisted
I don't
Metal,
know.
the new one.
Yeah.
yeah, they started it back up again. I think 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I played through it. I liked the story. I liked how they did the story.
You didn't like it?
They do their cutscenes in like a.
Live action.
Yeah. Have you played it? Have you seen it?
No, but I've seen it.
Okay, yeah,
Is
I
it
guess
live action?
it kinda. It's like live action, and you can see it's a real person, but then like the background is all.
Is it as good as
cart-
Sega CD stuff?
He was
Right, he wasn't here.
I don't know what you're
Like
talking
that.
about.
Yeah.
But it's like the background is like art stylish. So
Okay.
it's not
Alright.
real, I don't think.
I'll look into it if I can get the game.
Yeah.
For
Product placement.
Right,
Go ahead and
right.
shove that in front.
This
of the
episode
camera.
is sponsored, but no.
But Twisted Metal, I'd pick it. I bet you could find a reboot cheap, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Alright.
Yeah, before we move on, you guys are all talking about multiple games, a lot of your nostalgia stuff, and I forgot to say mine. On PS1, obviously I played it on PS2. First of all, I've been a casual gamer my entire life. You guys are all talking about, oh, this is the game that got me into gaming. I don't really have a specific game.
Okay.
I've kind of been
Okay,
casual
I do.
gaming my entire life.
Yeah.
More recently, I've gotten more hardcore.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I
But,
bet you're more into it now than you were
Definitely,
before.
absolutely. And but anyways, the game that I think I have the most nostalgia attached to is a game called Toy Story 2: Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue for
That
PS1.
game was
I
my
think
dude.
It is. I played through it 3 times.
Oh
it is some of
my
the most
God.
fun I've
Hey,
ever. You guys bash me, but it's such
No,
a good
it's fun.
licensed
It
game.
is.
Is that the one I'm?
It's such a good
Is
licensed
that the one I'm
game.
thinking of?
I think
They're
it was
so
also
good.
for
Did they make it?
N64.
Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
It's the one. It's also for the N64.
Yeah, I
and
definitely
They had-
rented it from
It
Schnucks
is
when I was
so
a kid.
good. It's a
Yeah,
platformer.
I rented all my games at Schnucks.
No, I think I've rented that game before at like my aunt's or
It's
something when
so
I was
much
sick.
fun.
Yeah, you
I
rented
was
it
sick.
from your aunt.
I was
sick,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
You had like all the games you wanted.
I was sick at my aunt's, and like
Wait,
we
no,
went
does
to
your aunt
Schnucks.
live at a GameStop?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow,
Exactly.
In
You got
case
it.
it helps you guys
GameStop
identify the
inside
game, to
the
those of you who aren't familiar, a lot of the a lot of Redditors actually played the game too, and they were all talking about it, and I was like, yeah, that's funny. Apparently, a lot of like really bad gaming memories come from this level. It was level 2, where you're in Andy's neighborhood. You go to you spend like an hour trying to get to the top of this giant fucking tree, and then there's a kite mini boss at the top and knocks you off, and you fall all the way back down.
I think I remember that.
And that happened to me so many times.
Isn't
Anyways, though, some of the most fun I've ever
had
had playing a game. I revisited it last year and I played through it again, and I had just as much fun as I did as a 9-year-old. Like I thought it was so much fun.
Wow.
I had my N64.
That's what I feel
Nostalgia is
like.
a powerful thing.
No,
Absolutely.
I really do feel
Yeah.
that way because like the new Twisted Metal, like it's a good game.
Yeah.
I really do think it's good. I just didn't have as much fun with it as I did like Twisted Metal 3.
No, I got you. I mean, I was waiting for that game for a while once they announced it, and I think I was more into it than you because that's
Yeah,
the
well,
series
yeah.
I
I mean,
love.
you've always been like into Twisted Metal more than me, but I just feel like.
But I
feel
can
like
see-
that's the case with a lot of games.
I can see where you'd get
Like
that.
I feel like if they were to reboot like Crash or like Jack and
If they did it
Daxter,
right, if they did it right.
I mean, yeah.
Still waiting on
but
that
I
Crash
feel like
reboot.
they did
It doesn't really matter.
Twisted Metal right, and I feel like the hardcore fans like really liked it.
It
but
was-
I really don't feel
that
like
game.
It's
That's why there's not
going
going to be another one after that reboot. It was just for hardcore.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it just.
Oh, you
depends
don't
on
think
the
you
IP
don't think
too,
there's
but-
gonna be a 2?
They did set it up for one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they definitely set it up for one. If you remember the ending.
I don't.
Spoiler
See, I don't
alert,
even
obviously.
remember.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything, but
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yeah.
but yeah, they set it up for another,
Wait.
and then the guy left.
What?
How dare you spoil
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings?
May the 4th be with you, dude.
Oh,
But the guy left the main studio who made it. I forgot, and so I don't think they're going to make another.
can I just say something?
Dude,
I've
No.
never read Harry Potter. I've never watched
Kill-
Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
say it.
So
Oh,
that-
say
I've
it.
watched. Let me preface
So
this.
he
I've
just
watched.
spoiled that for you?
Not
guarantee-
necessarily.
Wait,
Yeah,
not
I've
that
definitely
cares.
heard it before.
Not that
Exactly. I
cares.
don't care. I just have no interest.
Dude.
It's okay. It's okay.
Loved it.
I
I
really-
read them all. Yeah, you can go ahead.
No. You go ahead.
Okay, I read them all.
Yeah,
You go ahead.
Yeah.
You can go, Sam.
Say it, yeah.
I read them all as a kid. Had a blast.
I read 'em all,
reading
too.
and I watched them all. And I don't know. I felt like it got older with me. Like I felt
Right.
like I was
I
the
agree.
target audience
Because the
throughout
thing
my
is,
entire
like,
childhood.
well, I mean,
those
yeah.
came out every year. Like we would get old, like the same.
It
age,
moved
and it was
with
so
you. It
cool.
moved
Yeah.
with
'Cause
you.
we were
agree.
like right in that target zone.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, because
Like-
it kept getting darker and darker
Yeah.
as each.
Because
and so
I got
it
older
grew
and
with
the
you.
Also
actors
more
got older.
chaotic.
Yeah.
I feel like the movies went in that direction too, just because they switched directors after the second movie and they lost their Dumbledore because he died. Richard Harris died after the second movie, The Chamber of
liked-
Secrets. So therefore, the first two movies have a very
He likes
warm and golden feel to them.
I
And
thought he was
all of
dumb.
them are more after that are more dark and chaotic and
Fucking-
angrier.
Fucking
and
Cedric Diggory or Diggory.
Gregory.
I haven't seen the movie or
Robert
read the book
Pattinson,
in like
man.
30 years.
Robert
Yeah,
Pattinson
Robert
before
Pattinson.
he was in
Speaking of-
Twilight.
I loved that
Cedric
movie.
Diggory.
though. Love that movie. I watched the hell out
The
of
fourth
that.
one is a good movie.
Because that movie
I-
was like in my car, like fold down
The
video
DVD,
thing
yeah,
or whatever. Like it was always on.
See, now the fourth one was my favorite book. The Goblet of Fire was my favorite.
I only
book.
read the first
I
one.
thought it was an incredible
See,
book.
I
I
Save
started
other
reading.
favorites for another podcast.
I started.
Yeah.
Right.
I started reading those
have that many
books
favorite
in the
books.
summer of '69.
Ah.
Just joking.
Was it
Summer
worse
after-
than 91?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was worse than 91. But
Can we tell
uh,
that story?
I was not there for that.
I feel like I wasn't
What's
either.
what's on
We
that
can
second?
tell
Yeah,
in a
we
sec,
have a
yeah.
story in a second.
What's-
Yeah, but
What's
I think
funny?
those books are awesome.
Do you remember what it
I
was? We can say it.
No.
I read those books. I do you not remember the story?
I don't remember her name.
Just
Oh,
keep
I
going.
said.
Okay. Anyways, I started reading. I like just picked up the first book like the summer after 8th grade, and like I powered through those books, and I actually finished the 7th one when part 2 came out,
Yeah.
and like those books are awesome.
Yeah.
I think they're
love-
very.
Does-
They
I
age
loved
very
part
well.
2, the movie
And,
part.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was the
Dude,
Battle of Hogwarts.
If
got
I
such good
had,
reviews,
if I
man.
had just an unlimited amount of time, I would absolutely read them.
Yeah. Well,
I-
does the book do the books add more than
Yeah,
what the
oh,
movies do?
Yes.
The books are so
I think-
freaking
I
long.
think
The
it's
movies had to
definitely-
omit so much stuff.
Yes. I think it's definitely worth like a
It's
read.
worth
even if you've
reading
seen
after
it.
you've seen
Yes,
everything.
because there's a
Alright.
lot of like.
That's fair.
I don't want to go into it, but like
I
I think
saw-
the first book it starts to go into like the house elves and stuff, and like the second movie it doesn't get.
Yeah, I
introduced
remember
till
the house
second
elves
movie.
being a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't remember what a house
saw
elf
the
is.
first and second
Like
movies
Dobby.
before I read
Oh,
the
okay.
books. But then I read all the rest of the books before I saw all the rest of the movies.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Somewhat,
Excuse me.
somewhat Harry Potter spoilers. I remember reading about Dobby dying. Way more sad
Dude,
than when I watched
yes.
him die.
And like whenever
when did he die?
Whenever-
4 or 5, I don't remember.
I don't want to spoil.
Is Dobby
it.
that
Not
thing
fun.
that
I wanna
looks
say
like the
That thing.
Is he that like
Oh.
really ugly
Kind of
thing?
looks like Gollum.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to spoil it.
Not
but-
played by Andy Serkis.
Everyone is.
Yeah,
You can spoil Harry Potter.
Can I say this?
It's been long enough.
It's kind of
for
fair
sure.
game at this point. It's kind of like the Lion
Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, favorite movie of all time.
I'm getting
We'll
to
get
that.
later.
Very
Spoil that.
spoilers here. But whenever the hardcore Harry Potter fans are gonna kill me for this, but whenever one of the twins dies at the end of the 7th book,
Kill him.
Oh my
Kill him.
god.
Wait,
I think
the what
Fred
dies?
dies. You
Which
know what I'm
one?
talking
Well, there's
about?
2 pairs of twins in the Weasley family.
Oh,
There's
it's
Fred and
a-
George, and then there's Bill and Charlie.
It's
I didn't even
Fred
know
or
about Bill and
I think it's
Charlie.
Fred. Fred dies.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
There's
Fred
the
or
2
George.
pranksters that are younger, and then there's Bill and Charlie, which are the fucking dragon guys.
Yeah, it's Fred or
They're-
George.
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
I think it's Fred.
Do they ever
but
make an
like,
appearance in the movie?
Nope.
I think so.
No.
Do they
I
what?
think
they do.
I think
I
they
think
do.
it's
Because
it's
yeah.
very small.
Don't remember him.
It's brief, but it's.
I remember
yeah.
hearing about him.
I
Like,
remember
in
reading that the
Egypt or whatever.
actor. One of the actor that plays one of them has been in something recent that I just saw, and that's why I remember
Yeah.
him being in the. Anyways,
Yeah, they're a bigger deal in the book.
Okay.
But anyways,
Wait, yeah.
like
They're actually the protagonists of the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not Harry Potter.
no, the movie is called Bill.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on right
I
now.
don't know.
Hey, dude,
I'm
just laughing.
I just have zero idea.
I'm
Is
just
it,
laughing.
The only connection
Good
I
ad,
have,
yeah.
the only connection I have to Harry Potter is when I was a kid. There was this Arthur episode where they're all waiting for the new Henry Screever book. That's about it.
That's not even a blatant parody.
Yeah,
if they said
no.
that, I wouldn't even know what the fuck they were talking about.
For real? No, you would.
Henry Screever?
You would.
It was
would.
probably
No,
like-
wait, so
probably in the
the
context.
reason is one
In
of
the context,
the
yeah,
reason
probably.
is one of Arthur's friends orders the book and somehow she winds up with a Braille copy. And she gets a Braille copy in the mail and she's so pissed
Is she
about it.
deaf?
I like to imagine
Is she
the moral.
deaf?
What?
Anyway,
I like.
sorry,
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
I
like
hear
to
this.
imagine the moral of that episode wasn't like, oh, be calm and order a new book. Like she just learned Braille then.
No, she did because she met a blind girl at the library
Oh, God.
who was like, "Whoa, oh, I had to wait. Mine's still coming in the mail. Where? Oh, this is such a good
Did they get
What
each
the
other's
fuck
books?
is going on?
Yeah, they like
They
became.
got each other's books.
I don't know. They
in the
became
mail.
friends.
Probably.
They became friends.
Cool.
And yeah.
Isn't
Through the power of blindness.
Except one wasn't blind. The power of Braille.
Isn't Just Kidding Rowling making a new book?
She's already made books.
JK, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's already
Yeah,
made new books.
there's
I'm
something.
really interested.
You know, this is interesting.
Well,
she
then
actually
for
made,
us.
she
I don't
actually
care.
abbreviated her name so that people wouldn't think that it was written by a female.
I did know that because they wouldn't publish
it.
it.
would limit the target audience.
Well, I
Because
thought
people
they
would think
wouldn't
the book is
publish
for
it.
girls if it was
To be
written.
fair,
it's
that's-
terrible that that's you know.
I'm
what I mean?
no, I'm not a sexist, but to be fair, like, I love those books.
Oh, yeah.
But there's when we took AP Lit,
Mhm.
very few female written books.
We
that
actually
I
went
enjoyed.
through every single book.
Jesus.
Drew and I, our junior year of high school, took AP Literature. We were in the same class, and we read probably 7 or 8 books throughout the course of the year. And at the end of the year, right before our AP test, we went through and we sat down and came up with a list of every single book that we read. Without fail, there was not a single exception. Every single book that was written by a woman that we read just blew dick. Every single book that we read was written by a man.
For example.
But to be fair, like the females in our class, they enjoyed those books, so I think that they're just more
Tony, I'll give you
targeted
some
for
examples. Jane Eyre. Again, if any of you are fans of any of these books, I'm sorry to offend you, but I
Any
feel like
female
at this point
watchers,
it's
call
kind
me.
of fair game to not like them.
Any chicks?
them. Yeah,
Jane Eyre, not good. Wuthering Heights, not good. All this is in my opinion.
Wuthering Heights, man. I
Couldn't even
couldn't.
finish it. However, every book that we read that was written by a male, the entire class, even the women, unanimously agreed that it was halfway decent.
Yeah.
Great Gatsby, written by F. Scott
That's a decent
Fitzgerald.
book.
Whatever Shakespeare, Othello, the Shakespeare that we read, that was good.
Yeah, I loved
I
Othello.
hate
That's probably
Othello.
one of my favorite.
I
books.
like Shakespeare. I like Shakespeare.
I like Shakespeare
Oh.
too, as long as it's translated for us. I hate
No, see, I never thought the
dumbass.
I never
No.
felt like.
I
Did
don't
you
need-
guys
I don't-
read
I haven't seen it
Midsummer
either.
Night's Dream?
Yeah, I love that.
That is the absolute
No,
worst
I thought it was
piece of
funny.
literature. No,
I like
yeah,
it.
That is the worst. That is the worst piece of literature
it's
we have
really- no,
ever
it is not.
read.
We have
I've
all.
seen that
It's
before.
about like goats
No,
and
no,
fairies.
You haven't read Jane Eyre, man.
It's a satire, Tony.
Nothing happens in Jane
Nothing
Eyre.
happens in the
She
entire-
walks around and she's sad all
meets
the
people.
time and meets people.
She meets people.
I hate that book,
And it's
man.
like,
Is it a coming-of-age book?
Well, character, yes.
Okay.
Well, character A that she meets is a stark contrast to character B because one is powerful and one is the weak.
I enjoy coming
I
of
wrote
age
about-
books, but the ones I have
Oh,
enjoyed.
well, you enjoy new coming of age books. This is nothing like it.
I enjoyed Catcher in the Rye.
Really.
I love
I did
Catcher in
too.
the
A
Rye.
lot of
that.
people
I
kind of,
enjoyed
like,
Catcher in the
trashed on
Rye.
it in our class.
We had that class together.
Yes, and
We
people
did.
trash
Yeah.
on the book, but it is like it's a really
A
solid
lot of
book.
people just bitch about
I
Colton
didn't
being a
like
little like whiny.
Yeah, but I
Bitch.
just
I
think
didn't
like
like it.
it's something that like
Yeah.
high schoolers can kind of relate to in a way.
A little
I
bit.
feel
I mean,
that's
it
why.
depends
Yeah.
on where you're at, but I think
Yeah.
it was cool.
I mean, at some point, we've all called a hooker and then bailed on it.
yeah, but I just be like going through emotions and shit.
All I can think of is the South Park
gets male
episode
hookers.
making fun of that. Did you guys see that one?
I haven't seen
No.
it. I've seen 150 episodes.
I've
How
seen,
about
I've
that?
seen
They-
like 10 episodes.
Yeah, this
Is
is
that-
my butters right here.
Oh,
Is that the
hype.
one? Is that the one where they write their own book?
Yeah,
Screaming
Screaming
booger balls.
Booger balls.
And so they read Catcher in the Rye thinking it's going to be the most like absurd, very I don't know, harsh and
Because it was banned.
obscene. Yeah, because it was banned, and they're like, oh, let's read
It
it.
was banned from their
And-
school.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they
okay.
were like, oh, like what the fuck, like this is, and they
Why
didn't
is
think it
it
was that
banned?
bad.
And then they tried to make one that was even worse.
They write this outrageous.
It wasn't about anything. It was
Right.
just gross to be gross.
Yeah, and then the parents like they act like they think they're all getting mad about it, and then so they blame it on Butters, and then Butters becomes a
Yeah.
famous
Right.
novelist because of it.
Yeah. Controversy
hilarious.
speaks.
Anyway, though,
Controversy.
those books, like, I don't know. I felt like we didn't like all the female books because they were targeted to a female audience, like solely.
That's not the way that our teacher tried to sell it, though.
I know.
She
I
tried to
read a
sell it
book.
like it was to everyone.
I read one that you didn't read, and I don't know if a female wrote it or a male wrote
Was
it, but
it
it
the
was.
novel choice?
It was.
Yeah.
But it was a female protagonist,
Okay.
and
What's this, what are they
Why are you
talking
guys
about? What's
whispering?
going on?
He goes,
We
look
could
at
go.
Batman.
shut up. But it was a female protagonist.
Male, dude.
It was a. Fuck if I remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that one. So
Kind of looks like he's about to do a musical number.
I am an orphan. I have no mother or father. I want to see Batman the musical.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh,
That actually,
yeah,
cool.
it could be.
Yeah.
It could
If
be.
it was like really dark.
I don't think it would be dark.
I
A
don't think
musical.
Yeah.
Look at how Spider-Man turned out.
Yeah.
I never
I'm
saw.
sorry,
Yeah, was
Spider-Man
that good?
killed your boyfriend.
Was that good, Spider-Man?
My
musical?
Uncle Ben just died,
Okay.
and now I have no uncle.
Is that
wasn't
a
a
line?
musical, was it?
No,
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Cirque du Soleil.
It was a
Yeah.
musical.
I heard about the guy did an
Wasn't it?
Was it
intro.
terrible?
There
Bono
was
wrote the
something-
music. It bombed in like a
Bono wrote.
Bono writes a lot of that stuff, doesn't he? Musical stuff, I believe so.
Well, yeah,
Bono
he's
does
done
write
similar
music.
work.
Oh, does he? I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. And he
Wait,
is the
biggest
record of the
who?
biggest shit in the
Yeah, well,
world.
he is the big.
Something Keurigs. That's
Well,
14 Keurigs.
no. Who put? What's
He
his
is
name?
He is.
He is the biggest shit in
Yeah,
the
he
world.
goes.
You guys
He was
both-
born number 2, so he spent his entire life trying to be number 1.
Yeah.
That's the greatest line ever.
Is that from South Park?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
missing. I'm missing all
There's a
these
part.
references.
There's a part where he goes. There's a newscaster and he goes. Bono would like to be here to try to take the biggest shit in the world, but right now he's doing philanthropy work in Ethiopia. And it shows him, there's just all these starving kids on the street, and he's walking through going, yeah.
Wait, is this the episode?
Yeah,
Is this the
point
episode
now.
that starts off where Stan?
Randy.
Dad.
His dad, Randy.
Randy's trying to
Randy
take a
takes
shit.
a huge
Yeah, okay.
shit.
Randy's
I've
trying
seen
to
the
take a
beginning of
shit.
that episode. Have not.
Oh
and
my
he,
God.
That's
That's one of
once he
my
looks at it,
favorites.
he's like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's like,
He
Sharon,
caught-
Sharon,
Yep. Sharon.
Sharon. It's one of my
Fucking
favorite
Randy.
episodes.
I had a topic.
Yeah.
Well, I think were you talking about the summer? You wanted to talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
summer story.
91.
I want to hear this.
You wanna-
Oh, you want to hear the story?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want to tell the story? I thought it
I
kind
can
of
tell
passed.
it. I can tell it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were at Taco Bell. It was me, him, and him. We were going to his show. Check out All Night Diner.
Second
Shameless
plug.
Yeah, second plug.
Second shameless plug.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're gonna have
we
like
were
two
all
more
at Taco
fans.
Bell, and
Fans
there was
for
this
two more
worker there. She was very, very friendly. She was talking to us. She didn't really have much else to do. It was a slow day.
She
She
clearly
cute? Was she
had.
cute?
No. she obviously had something wrong with her.
It's
she
fine,
wasn't
though.
all there.
Fucking
She
asshole.
was very, very social. She was very, very nice.
Did they end the
Anyways,
story?
it was about to rain that day. There were tornado warnings, and she goes, oh, it's gonna be worse than the storms of '91.
and we were all like, what? She's like, yeah, don't go out there. Don't go out there.
We looked at our weather app or our radar, and it didn't really look that bad.
Yeah.
And we were like,
everything had passed.
Yeah, and so now we just say that everything's gonna be worse than 91.
and she overheard us talking about gaming, and she's like, you know, the Xbox 360 is still better than the PS4. I'm like, what are you talking about?
She was telling that there was like 3 versions of the Xbox 360 or something like that.
She had no idea. Oh.
You mean
bless
Dan
her
Hay,
heart,
the
she was a
creator
nice
of
lady.
Far Cry 3 and 4?
Yes, Dan
Yeah.
Hay.
Dan Hay.
Dan Hay.
Shout out to Dan Hay if you're watching.
Yeah.
Dan Hay.
Free Far Cry if you're watching Dan Hay.
And if you're watching, get Aisha Tyler, and we would love her on our show.
No, absolutely. I actually would. That'd be fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, no, people make fun of her, but I thought
I
she
think she
did
did
great.
great.
Yeah,
Shout out
she did great.
I need to watch it first.
Shout out to
E3.
the
Yeah, I watched it.
Game Over Greggy show, which featured
Aisha Tyler.
I
in one
actually saw part of
episode,
that one.
and it was a great episode.
So
Was it
basically,
actually a good
Aisha
episode?
Tyler is going to be on the next episode.
Yeah, I mean,
As long
she
as
does
Dan
every
Hay can
podcast
keep it
ever.
up.
Right, as long as Dan Hay hears this.
So.
Yeah.
It's on you, Dan Hay. It's
Yeah.
on you.
I think we
Oh.
can safely say that the Game Over Greggy show is our greatest inspiration to make.
True.
this.
Yeah.
See, I'm very inspired. I listen to Japan Time podcast. And I listen to.
I think he did that
He
last
hasn't even heard of
episode.
it. I haven't heard of it.
Do that.
Then what do you?
I've never heard of it.
I'm extremely racist.
But do you get? But do you guys ever watch Rogers Base on YouTube?
Nope.
Shofu?
Nope.
All right.
Don't watch too many podcasts. So.
SourceFed's Table Talk. I listen. I religiously watch
Rooster
Table
Teeth
Talk.
podcast.
See, I've never
Greggy.
been Game Over Greggy.
Yeah, also,
yeah, you guys
also,
kind of got me into
Also, shout out to the fact that Greg Miller went to Mizzou. That's our neck of the woods.
Shout out to
so-
Greg
yeah.
if you're watching.
Shout out to Greg. Shout out to
If you know Aisha Tyler,
because
go
I'm
ahead and
going
give
Let's
there
just
and-
give every freaking shout out we
Right.
possibly
All
can.
these
watching, they're gonna
shout
get
outs that
Shout out to-
yeah, don't matter.
The Mizzou one was
Shout out to Double
totally
D's if you're watching.
That was kind of
awesome.
Shout out to Missouri Top 100.
Shout out to
Stop.
my mom for giving birth to me.
Yeah,
Good.
Guys, we have
What-
15
let's
minutes
not
left.
get
Shout
We
out.
personal.
talked about the 91, so what was your topic?
My next topic. Did you guys? Okay, how many of you guys have seen Horrible Bosses?
Oh,
the
that's
trailer.
I love that
trailer.
movie.
The trailer.
I
did see the new trailer.
Wait, there's a
Yeah.
new one?
There's a new trailer out.
Yeah,
I was for like Horrible Bosses
for
2.
Christoph Waltz to be in a comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
really
he's in
excited.
this one?
He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite actors.
He's one of
I'm
mine, too.
I'm excited to see what he can do in a comedy.
So
to be
wait,
honest.
What do you
What,
think
do they
of
wanna-
Kevin Spacey being in
Kevin
the movie?
Spacey.
Those Kevin Spacey scenes.
Well, I mean, if you're
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey, 10 out of 10, Kevin
What,
Spacey.
do they just want to kill their bosses again? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. None of these
that's
people.
not the plot. That's, I
yeah.
don't think that's
is it the
plot.
same people?
Here,
It's-
It's the same thing.
I don't
That's
think
not
it's
the
the
plot.
plot.
I'm gonna
You
look
have
it up.
not-
There's
They
a
try
synopsis.
to
You
try
guys
to
can
run
tell.
a kidnapping.
Yeah,
I think.
that's what it is.
That's
And they have to
What?
get the
Who
help.
would do this?
It's-
I know what I remember what it is.
Yeah, please.
So basically, they make up their own like business idea, and they're gonna be like entrepreneurs. But somebody's trying to overtake it, or somebody tries to steal their idea, or isn't letting it happen, and then that's Christoph Waltz. That's his character.
Yeah.
And then they kidnap his adult son, who's Chris Pine.
I thought they.
Chris
Oh,
Pine.
really?
That's
That's
I definitely
Star
saw.
Trek.
I definitely
Yeah, I
saw
like
a little
it.
clip
Is
in
that
the
it?
trailer of Christoph Waltz being thrown in the trunk.
Yeah, he was the
Well,
one.
I read a
So-
synopsis and it
Yeah,
said Chris
it
Pine.
is the son who is kidnapped.
Okay, I mean,
I'm sure he gets
either
involved
I saw,
somehow.
Either I saw it wrong, or they decided to kidnap him too.
I'm sure he gets involved.
I don't. People were saying they hope it's more like the Jump Street sequel,
Okay.
which I haven't seen yet,
The comments
Right.
are like, is it a Jump Street 22 or a
or a Hangover 2.
Hangover 2?
Yeah,
they
see,
were like, which one's gonna
can't
get
really-
it?
I loved the first Horrible Bosses.
Oh, Hangover 2.
Absolutely
Loved it
loved
too.
it. I've seen it like
Hangover
4 or
2
5
is
times.
so shit.
I only watched the first one.
Yeah,
didn't
I
go
watched
any
the first
farther,
one in
don't care.
6th grade.
I don't want to
didn't.
watch the third one.
I watched the
I'm
third
scared.
one. Watched it. Watched it.
Is
all.
it terrible?
Didn't even have to
Yeah.
say.
The only time I
Yeah.
laughed was the post-credit scene.
Oh wow.
It wasn't even about them being hungover until the post-credit
The
scene.
second one
Stupid.
was exactly like them being hungover.
Well,
Yeah.
the second one's
the
extremely
It's the exact
copy
same
and paste.
thing.
Yeah, it is the same
Anyway,
thing.
getting back to Horrible Bosses.
person and he's in the same building. What do we do? Like it's literally the
You'd
same.
think they would have checked the same building again, but they didn't.
Was he in the same building?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
That's
That's terrible.
it's
Okay,
original.
I didn't
I
even go back and
digress.
watch the first one because last time I saw it was first grade.
First
Last time I saw it was second grade.
How old are you?
Conservative parents.
Yeah.
How old?
Oh
are you?
my god! All right,
didn't
the
know
last
Tony's
time
like
I
10.
saw it, because after I said first, oh my god, we're done with that. Anyway,
Brennan, get
okay,
out.
the trailer for Horrible Bosses 2, I thought it was terrible.
You thought it was bad?
Put your sleeves down!
I think that Turn Down for What was a terrible song
Oh,
choice.
yeah, that was-
Because
oh
that
my-
song is used in 22 Jump
Yeah.
Street, which I just saw.
I don't
So,
know.
I
I just thought it looked terrible.
It
The
definitely
Jennifer-
looks really actiony.
Yeah, which I didn't.
Well, that's what
like.
22nd, 22.
Well, 22
22
Jump
Jump
Street was
Street.
a satire.
Yeah, the
22nd
22nd Jump Street film. No,
That's what they called it.
well, it's a. Oh my god.
I digress.
Anyway,
Anyways,
I don't know. I just thought it looked terrible. It looked like he said. It looked so action
I'm
based.
still probably gonna see it.
I will definitely see it because I love the
still
first
gonna
one.
see
But I don't know. The Jennifer Aniston scenes looked way overdone.
Really?
They have
Oh,
to.
Is
They
she a
have to.
sleut again?
What?
Oh,
Is she
yeah.
a sleut again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like a
But
psycho.
Jason Bateman's my dude.
She had Jason
Tony, I
Bateman.
honestly didn't think that. I feel like they have to top it in order to continue with that character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I like that it was. I like that the first one is. I don't want to say it's entirely dialogue based, but a lot of it is. Like
There's
it's
some
not,
action in that one too.
No, yeah, but
Tony.
not as
I mean, I
much.
know that the trailer was really action based, but they're comedy actors. Like,
True.
I wouldn't worry too much
Okay.
about it.
And
I
plus,
think
know.
it'll be fine. Honestly,
Charlie.
I think that
I heard Charlie Day's gonna be in the next
as long as
Expendables.
they keep them.
No. Are you serious? No.
Have you seen that trailer? For
Yes, and I want to
trailer
die.
ever.
Precious.
Expendables 3 is the worst trailer
Yeah,
I've ever
because
seen
it-
in my entire
Like
life.
this actor,
There's
this
no
actor,
plot
this
in
actor.
the trailer. It just shows a bunch of actors and then it's some bad military joke
Yeah.
and it just
Yeah.
said Expendables 3.
But that's what all the
Look at
movies
these
are.
actors
terrible.
pay
But
money
see,
to
I feel like
these
that's what
actors.
people go to see. I feel it's
Yeah,
like
my
dads who.
My
My
mom
grandpa
loves
would see
those
it.
movies.
I
because
see.
she
I love
doesn't-
them. I'm not gonna lie. I love those movies.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't love them.
I just like.
but I enjoy.
I'm not
them.
saying
No,
the
I-
movie's
I
gonna be
get
bad. It probably will be, but that's not what I said.
I'm not gonna see it in theaters, but once it comes out
Yeah, you
on
will.
I think
Redbox,
it's. I think it's. Those are good films to like just have like. I mean, because they all have like it's real explosions. Like it's fairly. All
I do
CGI.
enjoy that they do
Yeah.
real action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish everybody did real action.
That's why, like, I need
Pissing
to
me
catch
off.
up on my Fast and Furious shit because
Yeah, true.
Let's talk about
Rip in
those
peace.
movies that we like that are just to have a good time and that aren't necessarily good movies. For me, it's
The
National
FP.
Treasure.
Love that.
I
I love
And
National
we'll talk
Treasure.
about the FP in a
People-
second. That was a Reddit
People
fight.
hate on
I-
Nicolas Cage so much, but I love.
I love
National
National
I have
Treasure.
never
It's-
seen. I've
I
seen
love
most
both
of
of
it.
them.
You've never
Yeah,
seen
even the
National
second
Treasure?
one.
Yeah.
I've
And
never
they-
seen it all the way through.
They tried to set it for a third, but
who's the actor that plays like his
Justin
dorky
Bartha.
friend?
I like him
Yeah,
too.
he's
He's
awesome, dude.
I don't know what he's in now, but
He did an AMA on Reddit, and it was one of the best AMAs. I've
Wasn't
ever
he
read.
in Hangover?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
he
what
was
he's
the
in.
guy that got lost in the
Yeah.
first one.
Gotcha.
I hope they make a third one.
Yeah,
and like,
they
They
do.
left it wide
who
open.
doesn't
It
want
was-
to make it?
it was
It's not
sequel
Nick
bait.
Cage.
Yeah.
Nick Cage definitely wants to do it.
And-
What's he doing?
And they left the second
That's
slot
the
wide
only-
what I heard
Declaration of Independence
is
again.
that he is like so low on money. He has to do so many movies. That's why he's in all these crap movies.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
is he?
Cage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
I
needs.
didn't know that.
He's so
He's
like
picked
far
the
behind in
shittiest
money.
projects in the last.
Well, it's because he
5
needs the
years.
money. He's missing.
Why?
He
He
just
just
bought a
wanted
bunch
all.
of expensive.
Because
Yeah,
he bought so
exactly.
much
He
shit.
bought
He's
a
not
lot.
paying.
Island.
He Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I think he bought an island.
He
I don't
has
know.
like
For real? You being dead serious?
Yeah.
I could see him.
Did you guys
Nick
see
Cage
that?
Island,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
go there.
Here,
He
interesting
shakes it
topic
to his
here as
face.
well. One of the
Yeah,
things
I
that he
would.
bought was he bought a copy of Action Comics #1, which
Oh,
it's
okay.
the most valuable comic ever made.
Did he buy that copy that dude found in his wall?
I don't know, but what
Oh, okay.
happened to it was that someone actually stole his copy.
Oh,
And
that
he's
sucks.
actually making a movie. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
How do you
but
steal
far in the
something from
future,
Nick Cage?
He's
Steal
making
his
a
copy?
movie about. I don't know if he's going to be in it, but he's making a movie about his comic being stolen. So
that-
I think
my
that's
comic
really
was
cool.
stolen.
And it's going to be
Yeah.
called Action #1 or something like that.
It sounds
I'd see it.
terrible, though.
I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I don't
He
know.
needs. I just want National Treasure
I
3,
do.
man.
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
both of
They
those.
left
He
it wide
could
open.
he could leave his career after that, and I'd be happy if he
Yeah, it
came out
would
of
gross
National
a
Treasure
shit ton
3.
of money,
Yeah.
especially with inflation.
Yeah. I don't know. People joke about Nick Cage. The only thing I've actually seen him in, other than National Treasure, I've seen part of National Treasure 1, is Kick-Ass 1. And I
Yeah,
thought
he's
and
good
I
in
thought,
that. Yeah,
no, I
Kick-Ass
thought it was
is
terrible.
awesome.
I
I
love
also
that
thought
movie.
it was terrible.
Good
Kick-Ass
call,
one of my
baby
favorite
doll.
He's
Like, it
supposed
was-
to be like that.
Oh, God.
Uh,
I don't
It
think
is
I
so
thought
he
it was
completely
terrible.
overdid it in the scene. Spoilers, where he's getting burned at the end. It was so
Save me, Mindy.
Yeah,
That was it's a comedy.
it's fun.
I know.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Face Off.
Face Off. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
That's one of my
Face Off.
favorite. Do you not like that? That's one of my favorite. Nick. Oh, I love that movie. I don't know.
I thought you guys were talking about the Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Billy likes it too. Get off me.
I do like it. It's just.
It's who doesn't know this about this movie.
I've never
That-
heard
hold
of
on.
it.
I want to
Let
say
him
it.
explain
Let
it
me
because
say
he
it.
thinks it's good.
But you think it's bad, so you're
John-
confused. That's bullshit.
John Travolta
I just-
and Nick
oh.
Cage Trade faces.
Let me explain.
Yeah,
So Nick Cage.
We go to fucking trade faces.
Oh my God!
Is that Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Freaky Friday, my favorite film of all time.
No, so Nick Cage is like the bad guy and like
Alright.
getting money, stealing whatever.
Stealing faces.
Right.
And then
money,
so
sexy ladies.
John Travolta is the cop that's been trying to get him for years.
Yeah.
He finally gets him, puts him in a prison, but he like says there's this bomb somewhere. He's not telling him where it's at, and so he gets injured or whatever, and he's like unconscious. Nick Cage is,
Yeah.
and then a doctor comes up to him or something. He's like, "Hey, you guys need to trade faces so you can go into go into jail to where his brother is and find out where the bomb is."
How old is this movie?
It's
80s, 90s,
90s,
late 80s,
Okay.
early
Early
90s.
90s, alright.
And then so he gets in the prison or whatever, and then like Nick Cage, who switched faces with what Nick Cage's body.
Yeah.
I'm not following.
Wakes
It's
up.
John
I know.
Travolta.
John Travolta's
John
character
Travolta
and
now has Nick
They basically
Cage's
end up
face.
switching faces. The guy Nick
Because
Cage
they're like
wakes up.
perfect like body.
Yeah,
styles,
yeah,
too.
yeah,
They even made a point.
Now
to
I
it.
actually kind of
Yeah,
want to
I
see
remember.
it.
It's
I can just
like
picture
it.
how that would go down. Be like,
It's
hey,
on-
we gotta trade faces. And then Nick Cage would, no, I want to keep my face.
I like the movie. Steve.
John
It's
Travolta
on
did
Netflix.
the
Mediocre
Watch it on
impressions
Netflix.
with Nick.
Is it on Netflix?
Another
Yeah.
Netflix movie. Do we want to talk about it?
The F.
Yeah.
Yep, let's talk about it.
Wait,
Okay,
really quickly.
I feel like I should introduce it.
Yeah, go
Do
ahead.
it.
Go
Any-
ahead.
okay, so
Say how you found it.
yeah, I was on Reddit and there was a thread that said, "What's the worst or what's a movie that's so bad that it's good?" And someone that was probably like one of the best comments I've ever found on Reddit. Someone listed these 5 movies and they gave links to them and everything. Some of them were ridiculous. Like it says that there's this movie called like Santa Claus versus the Ice Cream Bunny or something like that.
What?
And like the
The
guy
Ice
ran
Cream
out of
Bunny.
film, so in the middle he just switched to puppets.
Oh my God.
Anyways, and apparently there was like there was like a Spanish version of Titanic that's animated, and there's like a dog that raps about safety or something like that.
Oh,
It was just the
like
most
a movie?
ridiculous movies I've ever seen. But there was one that was called the FP, and it said that these 2 gangs compete for territory with a knockoff of Dance Dance Revolution called Beat Beat Revelation. And to me, my hidden talent, something that I played my entire life, is Dance Dance Revolution. I am Asian level at Dance Dance Revolution.
Asian level.
I am so good. And so that I was like, that sounds hilarious and ridiculous and, to be honest, fucking awful. So I looked it up and it was on Netflix, and you had your birthday party that night. I'm pretty sure most of us were there, if not
Oh, yeah.
all of us.
Yeah.
And you weren't there, Sam?
No.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Nope.
They were
Oh,
both
wait, you
invited.
weren't
It's
there?
not like you weren't invited.
No, I was
Anyways,
didn't
it
invite
is the most hilarious
Yeah.
thing I've ever. Probably the worst
Yeah.
movie I've seen in my
We-
entire life.
that was
It's-
hysterical.
To clarify, they do it on purpose.
Yeah.
We watch
Oh,
something
yeah.
later,
Yeah.
like an interview after.
It's
and
supposed to be
they
like
know it's terrible.
post-apocalyptic future.
They
and
know it's terrible.
The language that they write is. First of all,
They said-
the dialogue would be shitty if you can understand what they're saying, but most of the time you can't.
Yeah.
We had to turn on
What's the
subtitles
Well,
because the music is so much louder than the dialogue.
It's like 80s
And the
music.
music
Yeah.
is good.
It's
It's
bumping.
the kind of music that you would
Oh.
find in Dance Dance Revolution. It's
Yeah.
like Euro
Okay,
pop.
okay.
It's awesome.
It was so good though. It's a parody.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is.
yeah, it
We
is.
had the most fun ever watching. Like
Yeah.
we were all
We were
actually
dying.
I know
Most
you
enjoyable
can't see
movie
it in the
watching
camera shot, but we were in
experiences.
this basement. We were over there by
Yeah.
the TV, and every time something ridiculous happened, we would
We
just
all
stand up
clapped.
and cheer.
Yeah. That was the
You gotta
most
watch it
enjoyable
with a,
movie.
you gotta
Yeah.
watch it with a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not funny unless you watch it with
Yeah.
a group.
If you watch it by yourself, you're gonna be
You're
like,
like, what
what
the
the
fuck
what
is
the name
this?
of Satan's scrotum is going?
Next podcast, we're gonna watch it. You can watch it with us.
Right,
Live stream.
I'm pretty sure it's still on
Twitch
Netflix. I don't know
TV.
why it wouldn't be.
Twitch
You
TV.
guys should all check it out with a group of friends, possibly while slightly intoxicated.
If you have any friends.
Yeah, it is
It's
so
a good-
stupid.
it's a good laugh.
hysterical.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
And
The
like,
ending is so worth it.
yeah.
Stop those things.
And the actor,
Oh,
the
man.
main character has an eye patch, and they don't mention it the whole
Yep.
movie. They don't
But he
mention
really
it.
has an eye
patch.
There's
There's an eye
Look it
patch.
up. The actor has an eye patch in real life.
Yeah.
We were all like, why did they mention it?
Well,
as
I mean,
iPad?
he's just not. They're not pointing out their disfigurements and disabilities.
Oh, but it was
right.
such a
They're pretty
stupid
nice.
looking eye patch.
It
We were
is.
like,
It
there's
looks
no
like a
way this
pirate,
is
yeah.
real.
Oh
That's
man, it
what
was
he-
so
A person
bad.
from
It's
the
always, like,
Braille
trainings.
episode of Arthur grew up to be that.
The girl from the
same-
library.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
grew up
girl,
to be
the
that
animated
dude.
girl.
You got something against sex changes?
Yeah. And growing one eye.
Yeah,
Asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Do blind people not have eyes?
They just don't have it.
They just grow
A real eye. Growing back a real
They
eye.
actually combined both eyes, which
They stapled them together.
Put an eye patch on the empty space. They stapled them together. Double the RAM.
Wow.
Double RAM.
They
Just download more RAM.
They just
Yeah.
download more RAM.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you guys were talking about Face Off, I thought you were talking about the episode of Breaking Bad, which
My
leads me to
favorite episode of Breaking Bad.
Which one?
Face Off.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Does
Yeah,
Walter
no.
White switch faces with Skylar?
Yes.
No, we talked about Breaking Bad spoilers last episode.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's-
just say-
it's the one
No,
where
no,
a
that
certain
wasn't no
Chilean fried chicken kingpin gets killed.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway,
Oh, that one was good.
Yes.
bringing up Breaking Bad, it was confirmed this week that Better Call Saul
Yes.
will
Yep.
take place
Yep.
during, before, and after
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
So
How do
excited.
you guys feel about that?
I feel hyped.
Exactly.
It's gonna be so
It was
cool.
already renewed for a
Yes.
Will they
season
go?
two.
Well, do you think they'll go like it'll start out before and then during and then
I have
after? Or do you
no
think they'll
idea.
like switch?
I think they'll switch it.
Yeah, I think
You
it'll
think?
be. Yeah,
I don't- I
think
wouldn't-
I think it'll
know.
be
kind
told
of
on
like
a
a
order.
Pulp Fiction thing.
Yeah.
I think it'll be non-linear.
Yeah,
Which I hope so. I think that'll make it very interesting. Because then you can be one end over here and you'll be over
When I
here.
heard that
and
the
they'll
show
get
was
to-
announced, I thought it would be the coolest thing ever if the very end of the show is when he finally gains Walt as a client. Like the very last 5 seconds of the entire show.
Yeah,
Walt just
because
walks
that's
in and
something
goes
you
like,
already know.
I need your help or something like that.
Yeah, but I also kind of want to see like all the stuff Saul had to do.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he complains so much about
You don't know
Walt.
what I do for you.
Yeah, and I want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that
for
shit.
sure.
I also want to see. I'm excited about After because with Saul's, again, spoilers, with Saul's story, you kind of get left on a tangent.
Yeah.
With Breaking Bad.
And
he's
I
not
mean-
in the finale.
Maybe
We
we'll
just
find
leaves
out
it.
what
I
happened
know,
if
but
you.
his ending is like,
And I mean, you have to imagine he's going to set up practice
season.
at the new.
Yeah.
Well, he said he's going to be operating a Cinnabon in Nebraska or something. I love
Yeah.
that line. It was
Yeah.
so cool.
That'd be awesome.
We
Maybe
gotta
we
know.
Anyways,
Yeah, maybe we'll find out.
I
know
hope
what
it
it is.
opens with that.
No,
That'd be the coolest
I
opening.
think it's
The
fun
la-
if we don't.
Yeah.
Just a whole season of him just working a cinema.
That would be awesome.
Do you think there will be things
Yes.
with Jesse after if it's after?
I hope
Yes.
so.
I feel like there'll definitely be cameos.
Yeah.
I don't
Do you
think
think
they'll-
Walt?
I don't
Do you
think
think
the camera-
Bryan Cranston
He
will be
said
in
that
it
he
at all?
might be in it.
Yeah.
And they were talking about Walt maybe not have done. Whatever. Breaking
Yeah,
Bad
spoilers for sure.
Yeah, we already clarified.
Yeah.
They're talking about Walt maybe not having died at the end. Like,
Dude.
you see, shut up.
Yeah,
You see him laying on the ground, right? And like obviously everybody assumed he died, but someone asked like Vince or something, and he was like, "Well, you never get to see him die," and it's like,
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
If you were the show's creator,
Uh,
why would you say that? Like,
To open the can of worms.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but why?
Because
Open the can of-
no, exactly. That's
No,
all
I
he's
like it.
doing.
I like
Yeah,
it. I
I
was
mean
just-
that's
I
all
like
he's doing.
Keep people hyped after
Yeah.
the show ends.
Which is
I'm
fun.
excited
Yeah.
for it.
Also,
Oh,
on,
I
this,
am
on
too.
this Better Call Saul note, I'd like to add another piece of trivia for gamers that kind of went under the radar. The guy who played Voss in Far Cry 3 is going to be in Better Call Saul.
Huh. Who played
His
Voss?
name is Michael
great.
Mando.
His name
He
is
is
Voss.
so fucking
Possibly
good.
in it.
Some of the best
Himself.
voice acting I've ever heard in a video game. He
Yeah.
actually looks
Motion
like the guy
capture.
that, mocap. They modeled him after the. He looks
yeah.
exactly.
A lot of
like
games
him.
are doing
He's
that
gonna
now,
be in the show. I hope he's not just like a Mexican drug cartel guy. I hope he actually has like a good role.
I hope
Yeah.
he's animated into
Into Voss.
Better Call
Yeah.
Saul, like reverse
Right.
reverse Space Jam.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, I got it.
Space Jam?
It's
Michael-
not like putting 3D and like Scooby Doo.
Oh,
putting-
okay, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
terrible movie.
Oh,
Scooby Doo? You didn't like it?
I liked it as a kid. I don't like
Oh, I have to
it.
watch it now. I better
Oh,
like
no.
it.
Hey, they're restarting it. They're doing more.
yes.
With the same people?
Yeah.
I don't know if
If it's not with the same
doubt it.
people,
I doubt
I
it.
wouldn't.
Oh
I
my
saw
God.
somewhere. I think on Reddit that they were starting it again.
Anyway,
Live
I think I
action.
saw
That's
that too. Actually.
terrible.
No.
Anybody have any last topics they want to throw out?
I
Is
do.
this
I,
one
you
now?
guys are
Getting
talking about
close.
motion capture. How do you feel about that? Like in games?
It makes it look 100 times
Oh,
better.
100 times, but like.
But how do you
LA
feel
Noir?
about when they use like well-known actors? When I was playing
I like
Beyond Two Souls demo, I don't know, like seeing Willem Dafoe in the game.
You're
I don't
just
know.
like, oh, that's Willem Dafoe.
I feel
I
like
know
it
what he's
takes away,
saying.
it
I
takes
see what
away
he's
from the
saying.
experience.
I
It's
kind
good
of
for
get it, but I don't think
unknowns.
so.
Oh, very much
It's very
so. It's
good
very
for
yeah.
unknowns.
He's saying if you have a mocap celebrity and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh,
Right.
why is
Like Will
Willem
Ferrell.
Dafoe here?
Right, exactly.
I don't feel like that.
Okay.
I don't feel like that's
Shouts to
mocap's
Kevin
fault.
Spacey.
I just feel like it's the stylistic choice to model that character after Willem Dafoe.
I-
Like Troy Baker did mocap for Joel in The Last of Us, but he didn't look anything
No,
like
okay.
Troy
Oh,
Baker.
okay, yeah.
Well,
Like,
no, I
it
get what
just
he's
depends
saying.
on how you model
Like,
the character.
I don't know if you have you seen Beyond Two Souls?
No.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
It's
Fantastic,
It's such
great
a
game.
movie.
Such a good game.
Well, but anyways, like if you've
mixed
seen any
reviews.
gameplay
I mean-
trailers, like it's like William Dafoe. Like
William.
they did it.
It's
like
not
the
Willem,
movie.
it's William.
Who's William Dafoe?
Same thing.
His
Who
evil
else?
twin.
Ellen Page is also
Ellen
in it,
Page,
and
yeah.
Ellen
Yeah, I
Page
did know
is Ellen Page.
yeah, like they did it like
It's
I mean,
essentially-
Well, everyone thought that Ellen Page was Ellie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why there was so much confusion with that.
She did an AMA where she
also
talked
Tony,
about.
Ashley Johnson did the mocap for Ellie.
Yeah, oh, no, I'm
so
aware.
I'm just saying they didn't make them look like they're actors.
No,
So, you know,
I meant, how do you feel about them, like
using celebrities?
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
What are other occurrences in games besides like?
There's
Well, that's
Spacey Man,
it's not a real game. I mean like real games.
A real game.
real game.
Yeah.
No, I kind of get what you're saying now. I mean,
Makes sense.
I think I played part of the Beyond Two Souls demo, and I didn't get the same feeling you were getting. Like, I knew it was actors. I don't know. I have to see what they do with Call of Duty. But, like, with a perfect example is Infamous, Second Son.
Yeah.
Troy Baker played Delson.
Okay.
And facial, like, he looks like him, but they made modifications.
All right.
Like,
Troy Baker also plays everyone.
Yeah,
that's true.
He's my dude.
But, like...
He's the greatest.
Bioshock.
I think they should make modifications, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess I get that, but...
Yeah, and one of my least favorite things with story-driven games is whenever the lip syncing is bad.
Yeah.
And I think mocap definitely helps out.
Yeah.
So
That kills it for me.
Yeah.
It depends on the style of the game.
In Origins, it's just the.
it was so bad. In
for
Witcher
some-
2, you've been playing that recently.
I actually haven't started it.
Oh, it's so
I got the
bad.
first.
Is it
What, really?
No,
No,
not
no,
just
no,
the
okay.
Narrative-driven
Scared
game.
me.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm
Yeah.
the lip sync in that
guys.
game, it's like
Yep.
it looks like their
If by,
mouths
some
is so
divine if by some divine miracle I were to play Call of Spacey, Call of Duty
you'll
Advanced
play.
You
Warfare,
will.
I
Nope,
would.
I won't. Yeah,
I
you will.
would
Nope.
think that I'm watching Kevin Spacey,
Yeah,
like
I
Tony
mean,
said about Willem
because
Dafoe.
that's
Yeah, but
it's-
for me, I treat it as like as if I were watching a movie or a show. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
like
the
they're
same actor-
actors, and
Yeah.
you're watching like a cinematic
Well,
experience.
here,
It's the
but,
same
but
thing.
Kevin Spacey is kind of an ironic example for that, because if you go to his IMDb page, his bio says Kevin Spacey. I don't know if he wrote it or his agent wrote it or what, but it says Kevin Spacey has kept the details of his personal life hidden from the public, so that you always think that you're watching his character rather than Kevin Spacey. So I think it's kind of ironic that you. I would say
He
that.
did do an interview in like that actor studio.
Yeah,
I've seen
I saw
clips from that on
I saw
YouTube.
that. Yep.
Does he not do many interviews?
I mean,
He did
I've seen him.
impressions too.
Yeah, he
did all the
he's
impressions.
Amazing.
He's so good at him. He's so
Oh, yeah.
good at him.
At impressions?
Yeah,
yeah.
he's way better than I would ever hope to be.
Who does he in?
I'm very decent at them.
He
Very
impresses
decent.
lots
Very
of people.
decent.
Well, I'm very impressed. With Kevin Spacey. All right, I think we'll call it there then.
So,
All
so
right.
to you guys, thanks for watching.
Audience, you let us know what is your favorite game of all time. What's the game that got you into gaming? Now let us know.
Are
how
you Kevin
feel.
Spacey?
Yeah.
Or
Or
if you want, you can name your favorite game and your favorite nostalgia game. That's kind of what we did. If you want to do that,
Name your
that'll work
favorite
by
Kevin
us.
Spacey.
Or maybe the first
Also-
game you ever played.
Yeah.
Dan Hay,
First game I ever
Aisha
played.
Taylor, hook
Sonic
us
the
up.
Hedgehog.
Tyler.
All right.
All right.
Anyways, episode 2, we're out.
Episode 2, Virtual Hour. 2.